With any luck, it'll give you a head start here. Toma's resided on Rito for quite some time now. It wouldn't be going too far to say he's the fixer around these parts. If you run into any problems here, just talk to Toma. But if he tries to pull any moves on you, I'll be sure to deal with him personally the next time.
No need to worry. I'm sure we'll get along just fine.
Good. Then if it's all settled, I'll be going. I wouldn't want to be caught with my sails down here. I do have a wanted fugitive on board after all.
Oh, right! Kazuha!
Until next time, traveler. Remember to give it your all, no matter what perilous storms you may encounter.
Fair seas, Captain Beto! Bye-bye!
Now then, first things first. We need to go get you registered at the border checkpoint.
Paimon thought we were supposed to be keeping things on the down low. Are we just gonna walk into the government's hand?
Don't underestimate the reaches of the Sakoku Decree. You wouldn't be able to avoid inspection even if you tried. So we have to play by the rules, even if we're kind of bending them.
Hello? Please state your name, identity, and the purpose of your visit. Oh, except you, Toma. You must be new here.
Uh-huh.
Excuse me? Please provide the information requested and also declare any goods you are carrying with you. Currently, only members of the International Trade Association are authorized to engage in the import and export of goods. Do you have your... My apologies, but I'll have to ask you to...
Here are their entry papers, for your kind perusal.
What? Ugh, take your time. No rush or anything.
I just wanted to see what you'd say. Sorry about that.
I see. Okay. Your papers are all in order. Welcome to Rito.
Whew. So, where do we go next?
The Outlander Affairs Agency. They only check entry permits here. If you want to remain on Rito, there's a process you have to go through with them.
Sheesh. So it is super strict, just like everyone says.
Well, let's not forget that to everyday folk in Inazuma, people from everywhere else are referred to as outsiders. As the word suggests, Outlanders aren't very welcome in Inazuma with the Sakoku Decree in force. Not even on Rito, where they've established an outsider settlement. I like how you think. I've got a feeling we're going to get along very well. Now, let's head over to the Outlander Affairs Agency. Most of the current rules were put in place by the administration of Rito, the Kanjo Commission.
The
Yes, one branch of the Tri-Commission of Inazuma, responsible for growing and managing the nation's wealth. You really haven't heard of it before?
You've complete.
Yes, please.
Okay, the processing fee.
2 million? For a processing fee? Are you serious?
That's right. 1 million.
Paimon wasn't so much questioning your...
Ma'am, these two here are good friends of mine.
Ah, Mr. Toma, it's you. By way of courtesy, allow me to reduce it to 400,000 mora total.
Thank you ever so much, Monsieur. But as this is just a processing fee, I think 600...
That's not how you haggle! By all means!
All right then, as you wish, Mr. Toma. I will make a record.
Much obliged.
What? She went from 2 million down to 600?
It's not as mind-boggling as you think. A processing fee is just a figure of... The way some here at the agency see it, the fees are easy money. So when the day comes that some poor merchant from overseas with more money than sense gets stuck...
Then they'll milk them for all they're worth.
Exactly. It's at times like, yes, but when you're an outlander in Inazuma, far from home in this close nation era, the most that overseas merchants can do to look after themselves is stick together. That's how the International Trade Association came about.
So it's a trade association built...
Yep. And as well as advancing commercial interests. The association, essentially, it's an association devoted to both commercial excellence and survival skill.
Sounds like just staying alive.
I see. So this is the real purpose of your trip. Yes, given that you are Outlanders, it's certainly a lofty aspiration. After all, the Raiden Shogun is the most exalted... I was going to say nothing is set in stone when it comes to who you will encounter in this world.
Uh-huh. And...
Okay, I'll give it to you straight. I know of a way to introduce you to the Raiden Shogun.
Really? What?
I mean, it will take all the resources I have. Connections come at a high price, you understand?
Not you too.
No. In this instance, when I say in fact, there's no real cost as such. I like to do things in a way that keeps everybody happy. It's my own personal rule for dealing with situations like this.
Sounds very reasonable to Paimon. You're the man in the middle, so you have to trade favors to keep everyone indebted to you.
Why do I get the feeling you're making me out to be some sort of crook? Never mind. Here's the situation. As I touched upon earlier, recently things seem to have gotten more difficult than ever for them, so just go and check things out. See if there's any way you can help. The head of the association is called Caricio, and he's a good friend of mine. Go talk to him.
Love or freedom? Which one should I choose?
It's not like I'll get any customers.
Sorry. I need to think about it.
Love or freedom? Which one should I choose?
Should I close early? Huh? Hello there. You must be seeking refuge with the International Trade Association. The Outlander Affairs Agency took you for all you're worth, I suppose. Good. That's a relief.
We heard the association has been having some difficulties lately. Is that true?
Yes. Left, right, and center. Obstacles at every turn. But that's nothing new for us.
The Sakoku decree certainly makes things difficult for anyone who wants to come here from overseas.
But it's not the root cause of our woes. The Sakoku decree might restrict our scope of activity, but in and of itself, it doesn't stop us from being able to enjoy a comfortable existence. No. What's really squeezing us Outlander merchants dry is those Mora grubbers from the Kanjo Commission.
Oh, of the 3 commissions,
That's right. They impose astronomical tax rate, unbelievable They just issued a new tax decree recently that, for some reason, completely changes the way we pay our taxes. It used to be Mora, but now it's something called
Crystal Marrow.
something that most of us in the association had never heard. Eventually, one of the older Liyue merchants recalled that he once shipped a vat. So, in order to pay our taxes, we began an arduous search for this crystal. But then we found we'd only managed to create a bigger problem. Now there's only one vendor who even has it in stock. We can't get a hold of...
Isn't that what they...
Exactly. So this vendor keeps pushing the price up, and we have no choice but to buy... It's a vicious cycle. The consequence of... We've tried communicating with the Commission directly, but this is a nation where the cries of a few struggling merchants will never be heard over the ever-present roar of thunder. Fontaine, my dear homeland. I miss you.
Sounds awful. They're really bleeding. What do you think we should do? But Karisu's the head of the association, and even he hasn't...
Right. And besides, I think...
Okay. Well, we could try tackling...
that vendor... I've actually done business with him in the past, but after a point he stopped contacting us.
Well, it definitely sounds like he's being unfair. How do we find him?
Hey, that's a pretty good idea. Since you're not affiliated with the association, and you're... If I remember correctly, our usual meeting point with him is under a tree by the coast in...
Got it! We're on the case!
I don't think I recognize you. Are you new? So, what do you need with me? The sheer nerve. You don't go around asking questions like that. If I gave you my sources, I might as well hand you the whole darn business. Trade secret. Got it? You know what trade and secret mean, right?
This guy's got a bad attitude.
Ha! Are you even buying? Oh, I see what's going on here. Kurisu and his associates sent you here to try and plead their case, didn't they? They're wasting their time. The price is non-negotiable, not by a single Mora.
Hey, what's your problem?
Get out of here, go on. Tell them they're lucky to be buying from me in the first place, and they ought to be more grateful. If it weren't for me, they'd be in seriously hot water.
What are we gonna do? There's no talking to this guy. Good idea. Let's check back in with him.
That was quick. You resolved it already?
Actually, we're having a little trouble.
No? Well, by all means, tell me what you need. I'll help as much as I can. Getting you to go fixing things when you've only just arrived is quite a demand. Oh, that guy? I'm familiar. He used to be a bit of a sorry sight, selling shells that he'd collect on the beach just to get by, but he seems to have suddenly shot up in the world recently. I can only assume he must have found himself a patron after leaving the International Trade Association.
Huh. You're saying he used to be a member of the International Trade Association? So he's an Outlander too?
Yes. Couldn't you tell when you spoke to him? That's right. Werner was born in Mondstadt. When Inazuma closed to the outside world, he was one of a group of Outlanders that ended up stranded on Rito.
Huh. What a bummer.
The International Trade Association was initially very generous to him, but over time, with decree after decree, the association members found it increasingly difficult.
So he left the association and turned his...
I'm sure it's more nuanced than that.
Really? Is that all you need to...
Well then, it sounds like you may have found a way in.
Love for freedom.
What are you doing back here? Just because I got plenty of time on my hands doesn't mean I want to waste any of it talking to you. Huh? Where's this coming from? Mondstadt? You were talking about Mondstadt. Goodness, I can sense it now. So familiar, but I can't remember the last time I was there. The scent of Mondstadt. Oh, how it takes me back. Ah, my hometown.
Oh, it's working!
Huh? What is this? What are you up to now?
Just close your eyes already!
You mean the sound of the ocean? Leah Harbor. I can see it so clearly. Oh, and the sound of the waves. The calls of the merchants. Xiao lanterns. I'm right there at the lantern right. Oh, look at them floating up into the sky.
This guy has a really active imagination.
Liu. Wait. Stop. That's enough. Don't make me relive it anymore. My poor heart can't take it. You mean the folks from the International Trade Association? And I suppose they are far from home, just like me. Often, I'll sneak down to the shore at night, and listen to the sound of the waves. I like to imagine it's the voice of my hometown. I've run into folks from the association more than a few times doing just that, but I always hide my face and slip. Don't you think I've wanted to talk things through with them and free my...
Well, no one's stopping you, so...
They're so resilient. None of them had anyone else to rely on, so they rallied together, committed to finding a way to survive. But I couldn't do it. I'm not strong enough. So I caved. Those people, they'd make... All right, I'll tell you the whole story. It's eating me up inside, and I can't take it anymore.
You ready to talk now?
But I betrayed them. I can't show my face there.
Come on, you scaredy cat. Look, you messed up, but now it's time to make things right. So come on, get it off your chest. What's the deal here?
It's a scheme by the tax collection Ashigaru. They start by overtaxing the merchants, then take the extra crystal marrow they receive and stockpile it. Once the merchants run out of places to buy crystal marrow, they get me to sell that extra stock back to the merchants at an extortionate...
It's plain evil gouging them like this.
I'm their puppet, yes. Evidence? You're right. Without conclusive evidence, he will never... Now that I think about it, whenever I report back to him after a sale, he always... As it happens, I handed some Mora over to him not long ago.
Really? Well, then there's no time to lose. Let's go.
Love or freedom? Which one should I choose?
Keijiro! It's him!
Should I close freedom? Which one should I choose?
Sorry.
If you want to
I need to
taste
think about it.
He's getting further and further away. Let's catch up a little.
Ah, Ryoko, how's business?
All the better thanks to your generous patronage.
Good. Thankfully, I earn plenty these days.
Which one should I choose? But of course, tax collection is difficult work. Should I close my eyes?
Now, who else is behind on payments? Let me think. Yes, the trade association clique still needs to be brought into line.
He's getting further and further away.
What was that sound?
Shh! Quiet! Don't let him find us.
Must be hearing things. Drat, I'm behind.
Too close! That's too close! He'll notice us for sure! He's getting further and
Let's get
further
dinner one day
away.
soon, gentlemen.
Let's catch
It's
up
my
a
treat,
little.
I insist. No response, huh? I suppose that bridge is well and truly burned then.
What could he be doing at a place like
Thank you
this?
so much,
Looks
Toma.
like he look.
But I'm sorry your relationship with the Kanjo Commission had to suffer from...
Hey, I was joking. It's a if nothing else, I'm sure the tax collection Ashigaru... Shh, not here. Too many people listening. Let's move somewhere else.
Whoa! It's a legend.
Enjoy the blessing of Lesser Lord Kusanali. An Aishan blessing now.
Boring! Paimon thought he'd hidden a big pile of Mora here.
Let me take a look here.
Corruption seems rife and... All right. Time for me to answer your questions. What would you like to know?
Yes! This is what we're looking for.
Straight to the point.
A
I
clear
belong
and
to the
complete record
Kamisato
of every
clan of the
single
Yashiro
transaction.
Commission.
Each one proof of his guilt.
You've been keeping your true identity a secret from us this whole time. Now you have our hard evidence. So, let's go to Yashiro Commission. Guessing that's another branch
I'll
of
say
the
goodbye
crime
to you here
commission?
then.
Huh? You aren't gonna come with us?
I need a little
Correct.
more time
The
before I'm ready to
Kamisato
face
clan
the
is
head
the
of the
head of the
association.
Yashiro Commission, who manage
I'm sorry.
ceremonial and cultural affairs.
Huh.
I'd go into
What a
more
lovely
detail on what
guy,
exactly
huh?
that covers, but I'm not even sure myself. I'm just someone who was fortunate enough to be taken in by the Kamisato clan. My role is to take care of the daughter of the clan.
Seems like she must be super famous in Inazuma, given the reaction of those guys just now.
Oh, most definitely. She's graceful, dignified. Her fame even somewhat eclipses that of her older brother, Kamisato Ayato, despite the fact that he's the current head of the clan. I suppose those who treat others with compassion earn themselves the same treatment in return. Miss Kamisato's situation certainly seems to attest to that. Take me, for example. You're asking the...
And who are you?
Firstly, you should know that being a fixer is not something you can fake. I spent the better part of a month tirelessly building up a network of relationships on the island. And I got to know Captain Beto during that time.
Still pretty good going for just a month's work.
Well, maybe I have a slight knack for schmoozery. But the main thing was, I had to make sure I'd be in time to receive you when you arrived. Inazuma may have closed off to the outside world, but that hasn't stopped a lot of people from hearing about your feats in Mondstadt and Liyue. So, when Miss Kamisato heard of your intention to come to Inazuma, she began looking forward to your arrival with great anticipation. She's excited to find out whether the rumors are true. That is, that you have what it takes to change the tide of the times.
Change the tide of the
In the test I gave you earlier, navigating powerful people, using their character flaws to your advantage. With your help, even the Vision Hunt decree... That's an unexpected development. Perhaps our sources were misleading. Yes, of course. I completely understand, and as agreed, I shall help set that up for you.
Toma sure didn't put up much of a fight.
Well, my work on Rito is done. So I suppose this is goodbye for now. Oh, one more thing. This invitation letter is for you. When you get to Narukami Island, you can find me at the Komori Tea House, as per the letter. Good luck with everything. See you soon.
Toma's not such a bad guy, huh? We should get going. Huh? What's up? Oh, right! Paimon forgot all about that! Wait, so did Toma forget that too? Oh, darn it! No wonder he was so matter-of-fact about the whole thing! As soon as we get off Ritu, Paimon's going straight to Komori Tea. Well, guess we should give it a try.